Hey, you. Good evening and morning, all you space truckers and fighter pilots, mouse and keyboard warriors, and last-minute Steam controller purchasers. By the way, if you caught that $5 Steam controller sale, you might want to hold on to them because that is a wrap on all manufacturing of them. No more from here on. Greetings and salutations from the end of the Intergalactic Aero Expo, Free Fly event, and CitizenCon. It was a crazy ride through all the flyable ships and revelations of everything Star Citizen related. Lot of fun meeting all you new guys and vets out there, and I'm excited for all the folks who decided to try it and become the citizens we fly with from here on. There was a lot of info covered this past week. If you didn't get a chance or had a time to sift through the hours of keynotes and panels, here's an overview of the most exciting things revealed that are just around the corner and a little further, followed by a look from the Intergalactic Aero Expo, yes so, this so floor. If you know your boy Dig, you know I don't get down on the hour-long videos unless I'm interviewing folks. I try to keep it tight. This won't be the tightest video I've ever done, but I'm gonna get the relevant info in and follow it up with other videos about the past week, including new gameplay, and ships, of course, man, you rabid ship hoarders. Speaking of ships, after I just casually talked a little bit bad about you, I'm trying to melt my referral ships to get that Merchant Man. But I submitted a ticket a couple days ago and haven't heard anything back, so if you got a little experience in that lane, holla at me. But for right now, grab your favorite beverage, kill the lights, and make sure the vibe is right. Remember to sub up like a boss and Dwayne Johnson the notification bell. First of all, I don't know how this isn't the biggest thing being talked about because it's got to be the most impactful news delivered in at least the last few years. 3.8 will deliver persistence. That's just a handful of words, but for the masses, this is everything. If you're a backer or just somebody that's been paying somewhat close attention or watch my before you buy video, you know that up to this point, all your progress gets wiped during every major patch, which typically means you lose all your earned credits, equipment, and ships every 3 months. This has a heavy effect on how you've been playing the game. It's not a big deal to go clear your whole bank account on a risky drug trading run when we're all about to lose everything we've got in a few weeks and I'll be walking around in the noob suit anyway. Riding around with stock weapons and components suddenly seems a little less sexy now that folks will have more incentive and time to make their space boat be all it can be. This first version, called Platform Persistence, which will allow you to keep your credits, in-game purchased and rented ships and items, is on its way for 3.8, doctor. This makes all the time we previously put into the game seem like practice, and now we're at the dress rehearsal. Now, this doesn't mean there will never be wipes again.
And yeah, we do reserve the right if there's like a major issue or a major rebalance or we have to redo the database on a major release, then at that particular time we may have to wipe it. But in general, the goal is to let you guys make money in the game, earn things, collect things, and not have it wiped every time we do a new release.
I imagine the initial release of Persistence will be a little bumpy and may require those resets, but once it's smoothed on out, it'll be the beginning of a beautiful thing. And one less piece of harmony for the hater boy choir up in the rafters to sing. Full Universe Persistence should arrive sometime around the end of summer. Full Universe Persistence means that you can leave anything anywhere and it'll persist.
And that is the persistence that allows us to save everything, period. So you can take your coffee mug that you've got in the carrack and explore on a planet and drop it in a forest, get back on your carrack, fly away, and someone else could go to that forest and see that coffee mug, or you could come back and see it if someone else hasn't stolen it.
So all you grown men, take your teddy bears out of your habitats and place them on your ship, knowing that they'll be there the next time you set foot in it. At least until you blow yourself up because you left the seat and your ship's on cruise control while you play with Mr. Bear Jangles. There's a limit to the madness you can cause. But right now, I'm calling for everybody to put their resources together to make a box fort in a Hurston biome that I'll name later. Somebody probably gonna steal my idea, but you heard it here first, Playboy. Speaking of doing weird things in weird places, Persistence gives me the opportunity to do something I've been thinking about for a while. Let me know what you think. I've been wanting to do a giveaway, but names out of the hat is boring, cliche, not very dig-like. I don't want to do the old leave a comment on my videos and you'll be entered into a giveaway that nobody can really verify. I want to do a scavenger hunt. I'm gonna drop some clues or maybe even show some video of me hiding a specific item. If you can find and bring me that item, I'll have a little something waiting for you. What you think about that? And I know you're over there thinking, okay, I'll just see what he's hiding and then just bring my own to him. Ain't gonna be that easy, man. Anyway, 3.8 also heralds the first iteration of SOCKS, Server-Side Object Container Streaming version 1. This tech lessens the drain that all the assets in the universe require. Quite a bit of gameplay has been held back for the implementation of SOCKS. An example being the AI flown ships in the demo that was running SOCKS and the upcoming multi-part missions like the 890 Jump Hijack Rescue mission. So it's definitely something to be on the lookout for. Beyond that, we should see server meshing hopefully by the end of early 2021. Server meshing will allow 100 or more players in an area and seamlessly create a new server in the event that more than a player cap shows up in the same area. Outside of a specific event or large-scale battle, I can't really imagine such a gaggle of players congregating in just one area, especially when we're on the verge of having new systems to explore. We got a wide galaxy upon us, and even right now, not everybody is just going to be mushed up into one place. But I'll talk more about that in the next videos. Chris Roberts, aka Big Chief CR in the building, said they may start experimenting with player counts.
We're going to start experimenting with some player counts in the future and maybe upping it, because at the end of the day, if we're not simulating the whole system and it's a smaller subset of that, we'll be able to have more players. So we'll see in the midterm if we get more players into a server right now, but longer term server meshing is what's going to allow us to really have a fully dynamic universe.
Right now, servers are capped off at 50 players, which is often a barrier for me when I want to sneak into a server that I see has one of my buddies in it, so I'm all for it. It'd be interesting to see the effect that raised player caps has. At the moment, you could never see another player unless you wanted to, unless you had to go to a population center like Olistar, Lorville, Area 18, and sometimes Levski. So if you like running solo right now, I imagine that once we spread out a little bit, it's still a possibility. But I mean, we live here together, man. Be a part of society, playboy. With this step into persistence, things are gonna start to matter. Folks can build wealth, fleets, and build a real presence and reputation in the verse. With that said, I think it's about time to crank up the organization. Me and my right hand Jiro and my buddies like Azarath. Usually I always say Azarath, I don't know why. But anyway, my buddies from Discord, we've been slowly figuring out who we are and what we're about in the verse. We're not a top heavy org, meaning there won't be 20 CEOs, generals, El Jefes, and Big Brother Dean Almighties. We got a few senior people dedicated to administrative tasks. What we will be looking for are division leaders and folks who just want to work in each division like mining, trade, military, etc. with the support and resources that we can provide. So, calling all grinders, miners, traders, combat pilots, FPS gurus, folks with skill and ability, and folks with nothing else but a lot of enthusiasm. Uncle Dig wants you. Ideally, if you want to ride with the commission, that's us, find the link in the description, didn't mean that's rhyme, and holla at me or Jiro in the Discord. I feel like here's where I'm supposed to tie in all the information together and put a nice little bow on it, but really though, this is the best incentive for a whole lot of fence riders to get into the game. You got persistence. Persistence leads to progression. Progression leads to objectives and goals. Objectives and goals leads to new friends and fun. New friends and fun leads to the light side of the force, but hey, that's just my opinion. Big know ya clap and 7-up salute to the fam de la dig that. I really appreciate your support via Patreon. 7-up salute to Commander Blackout, to Diedrichs, to the Mother, to Bussa Boy, to Anthony Jackson, to Guillotine Girl, to SM, to Generalissimo, to Commander Dr. Digital, and to Commander Ike Shownuff. Thanks to all the fam. My name is Dig That, and that's my time. Fly dirty, citizens.